Give at Marks with Mike's podcast a shout out. Shout out!
Hey yo!
What a maneuver! Are you kidding me? The irresistible force meeting the
You already know what it is by the sound of my voice. It's your boy, Mr. 6'9", JT, back in this piece once again. And of course, at this moment, I'm rolling with the unofficial, official co-host, Mr. Casanova. What's going on, homie?
Not a whole lot, man. Just enjoying life. How you been?
Man, laying in the cut like a Band-Aid. But listen, it is Talk Your Shit Thursday, right? And like we try to do each and every Thursday, we try to, of course, bring in our people. Come bring some people that you may have seen on the show before. Sometimes we have a re-up, sometimes we have a new guest. But the whole point of this segment is for these guys to talk their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like to let you know why they are who they are, why everybody know this name. Why is everybody checking from this person? Why is this person Impact Gut Check winner? Oh, if that's a little clue of who our guest is today, listen, it is no other than the Shogun himself, Jackson Stone, in the building.
Well. What's going on, gentlemen? Can you guys hear me fine?
Yeah, we hear
Loud
you
and
loud and clear.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, JT. Appreciate it, Mr. Casanova, you guys. Thank you so much for having me back on. This is round two. Last time what was right before COVID or during?
No. This was like during COVID.
This during COVID. Okay, yeah. Okay. This is in the beginning stages. Yeah,
this was in the beginning stages, dude. It was crazy because the last time we ran into each other in person was at that AIW show, Hey Yo, and then the whole COVID thing just shut everything down.
Yeah. It was a lot. It was the AIW show. I got signed, and then the pandemic just shut everything down. That was wild. That was a wild time. I was wild for like 4 months, basically, from January to April when they shut everything down.
Yeah,
man,
shit was crazy.
Which that was a good show. That was a fun show, regardless. I mean, it's like shouts out to the guy that I actually ended up fighting, Holden Albright. Shouts out to the homies over there, Canadian,
okay.
over in my Canadian land. Hopefully he'll be back soon, and Shogun will be also over at AIW because I can honestly say with proud effect in my voice. I felt like we set the tone for that night.
You did, man.
Oh yeah, much love, bro. Much love, bro. Thank you.
No problem, my dude. So first and foremost, bro, I definitely got to know what has Jackson Stone been up to since we last chatted, because we ran into each other at OWA, the big match, and I was like, "Yo, what's going on?" And it was like it had been over a year since I actually seen you in person. So we got the chance to definitely reconnect, and I was like, "No, say less. I know you got a lot to say. It's a lot on your mind, bro. Say less. We're going to bring you on the show. So what you been up to?"
Really, I mean, honestly, bro, I just wanted to catch you. I want to be able to catch everybody up. Everybody that, that tunes in and everybody that's fans of Shogun also. I just wanted to catch everybody up and keep everybody informed about what's going on. I understand there's been there's been questions about, what's going on, where you been at. Look, Shogun's just been on his grind. You'll see him at different indie shows. Like you say, you saw me at OWA. You'll be catching me there next year. You'll be catching me there at Paradigm Pro Wrestling. I was had 2 fun shows recently over in Aurora, Indiana for Battle on the Borders, and Saturday over at Mega Championship Wrestling for our anniversary show. So Shogun's been on the move, but shouts out to all the fans out there asking and just want to know what's going on with everything from the Gut Check Challenge and everything. Shogun's just working. Shogun's just doing his thing. Keep supporting him. I appreciate that. Yep. There it is. Yeah, that was a fight. Wasn't even a wrestling match. That was a fight. And then Friday it was against Dirty Dan, and also he's from New Jersey, and his bodyguard also. So that was a fun match. But yeah, Matt, clips, suplex clips, chaos clips, all that stuff will be posted soon, man, because it was a crazy weekend.
my boys from Powerbomb Jetsu, they were out there. They got a chance to see you at Mega Championship Wrestling, and I was like watching their stories, and man, you was right. That was a fight. That wasn't no wrestling match, man. Y'all boys was fighting there near the ramp. Y'all boys was throwing all outside with it. I'm like, all right, shoot. And I was kind of pissed because I couldn't make it because I had to work. But Mr. Casanova was telling us, yo, are you going to this Mega Championship Wrestling show? I was like, bro, I'm telling you, I know I can't make it because I can't call off. I just got back to work. And I was like, yeah, I wanted to go, but I definitely got the chance to see a lot of clips from Powerbomb just to make sure y'all following them. But I did get the chance to see some of your stuff that you've been doing on these past few months. Like you got the chance to go up head to head with Connor from the Essentia, former WWE fame, man. And there's a spot that was posted on your page, man. And you know, I hate to put it up, but it's you going through a table.
Oh yeah, play the whole thing. Play the whole thing. Here's a rebuttal.
Oh, you cast that receipt. Yo, you definitely cashed that receipt right there, my dude. You know, just to see you in there, you, Rhino, Fala Blah was there as well. I mean, y'all had a good showing.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I had shouts out to Fala Blah, but I'm sorry. That was actually Satu Jin.
My bad.
Of no, you're fine. Satu Jin of GCW.
Yeah, he probably will send me a big yo what the fuck later, but
he probably laughing with it, man. He's all right.
No,
but yeah,
man,
that was one of my favorite moments of this year too.
Yeah, man, I got to see that pop up, man, and like there was moments though where I would just wake up to my IG, and I'm just looking. I'm like, man, what is my man Jackson up to, man? And then this pop up with the simple lemonade light. I'm like, man, listen, man.
Hey, we keep that citrus goodness on us right here, man. It's definitely some of that in here right here.
At all times, man, you got to keep the lemonade in there, man. But so far as I know you've been keeping busy. You told me that you've been with Ohio Valley Wrestling as of late as well, and you know, got to see a couple clips of you there. How is it like at Ohio Valley Wrestling?
You know what? It's not bad. Shogun enjoys it for sure. But the thing is, I'm waiting more so for this year to come around, for 2022 to come around to really start making my move over there even more so, because a lot of what Shogun's been going, he's been sparingly going, just a sporadic, you know, every now and then. But next year is definitely gonna be more frequent. This year it was every other week. Next year is gonna be pretty much every week. You know, not gonna be taking any weeks off. You know, gonna be making sure I'm gonna be trying to get on that card every single time. Because I know they just had a Blizzard Brawl, which or at least a lot of their guys part of the Blizzard Brawl, and that's something I really want to be part of. I know Braun Strowman was over there, so you know, it's just OVW has a lot of good things over there cooking up, and Shogun just wants more of that. So I'll be over there more.
Yeah, man, I definitely like to see you just spread it out all across, you know, the scene, man. You know, there's more clips of what I've been looking at, you know, of you lately, man. Now, this right here, this clip I'm getting ready to throw up, bro. Like, honestly, I'm just being honest. This is why I couldn't be a wrestler because, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm a very nice guy, but at the same time, there's just certain things you can't do to me and just not expect me to go off strip. fact that you suplex him with the beat drop, that part alone right there, that part right there. But after the first slap, bro, it's a wrap. I'm done, dog. Like, damn that, bro. We got to fight. You got to see me either before the show or after the show, bro. You got to see me. Receipts are gonna be cashed tonight, not tomorrow. Tonight, okay? I got a rain check on that ass, straight up.
Hey, man, that's why we take him by the neck and we suplex him like we did, So I mean, it's always one of those things. It's a cash in return with Shogun. You want energy. Shogun gonna give it right back.
Real talk.
Hell
man.
yeah.
Real talk, no fiction. But
I appreciate that beat drop suplex, by the way.
Yeah, bro. Listen. From now on, every single time you do a suplex compilation video, you got to do it when the beat drop. As soon as the beat drops, just drop a different instrumental.
Just start going in right there.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
I feel it.
And speaking of that, man, looking at you, first of all, like there's nobody else suplexing like Shogun. Period.
And much appreciated, man.
Nobody suplexing like him. But if I had to be real with you, I would like to see a Shogun and a Kurt Angle in his prime, trading all suplexes in the middle of that ring, bro. And especially, you got you got that T-bone suplex, you got the one by the neck, like. That can be going on forever. Like I could see that back and forth exchange. Both of y'all got a background in amateur. You have your background, of course, in martial arts and things like that. And speaking of that, did you get a chance to do more of that training over this past year?
Most definitely. Actually, getting ready for the Worlds tournament next year. Going to be doing a couple flow grappling, a couple Fuji. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments also. So for sure, along with suplexing people in the ring, Shogun will definitely be trying to get his submissions going on in the other ring as well.
Oh man, I could definitely see that, just adding more to your arsenal. And I remember last time you were on, you were talking about just the fact that the discipline that it gives you to go ahead and participate in martial arts, and things of that nature. It's just a fact of the discipline, and that still to this day carries with you.
I appreciate that, bro. Honestly, if anything, it's really just great therapy. I mean, honestly, it's nothing like. I mean, nobody can really. It's nothing like taking an opponent and just throwing them across the ring. It's nothing like grappling and then getting a rear naked choke in, and then all of a sudden switching to that arm bar, and then from that arm bar trying to get a knee bar. It's nothing like that, man. So it's so fun. And then finally getting it, it's therapy for Shogun.
It's therapy. Shout out. Look, everybody needs their therapy.
Everybody needs it, man.
Yeah, for some people it may be some Cavassier. For other people, it may be simply lemonade. Or if you're Shogun, it's throwing people across the ring by the neck.
That's a t-shirt, brother. Hey.
That's a whole t-shirt out here, man. Go ahead, Mr. Castle. I feel like you got a little bit on.
No, I was gonna say, man, with the way you threw that one guy by his neck, you might actually help shorter people become a little bit taller. You know what I'm saying? You might help them out in the long run.
The chiropractor effect, man.
Or what? Well, he did mention like Kurt Angle though in his prime, but what about like a Scott Steiner in prime, because he has a wrestling background too, and I think personally, in my personal opinion, you actually would have more than a 33 and a 3% chance of actually winning that match. So you know what I'm saying?
My
math checks out for that, man. Thank you.
That right there, I like to see that. A Shogun with a prime Scott Steiner, and I'm talking like Scott Steiner with the jet black hair before he went black. I'm talking that Scott Steiner. I ain't talking Big Papa Pump. I want that Scott Steiner.
You want varsity jacket Steiner out here.
Varsity jacket Steiner going up a Jackson Stone. That's what I want. Like I don't want Big Papa Pump. He was on some old other shit when he came back.
You want that one that was able to do the backflip with the while the person's still on. That's a different type of person. Oh yeah.
People get that messed up. Like I like Big Papa Pump, but varsity jacket, Scott Steiner.
Different.
Hands down.
Different.
Over Big Papa Pump.
Different, man.
Just different breed of
for sure. I would say him, Rick. I would say Rick, Brock Lesnar, 2002 Brock Lesnar for sure. When he was like just like coming in. You said Kurt Angle, and also I'm gonna say Taz, ECW Taz.
Yeah, we were literally just talking about this last episode. Taz didn't get a fair shake at a run in WWE, and a lot of that had to do with his stature. And and I thought it was kind of messed up. But just imagine if they just took their hands off and said, "Go ahead and do you," which no company's really ever gonna let you do you 100%. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to have some type of say so. But just imagine if we got that Taz. You know what I'm saying? Inside of WWE.
Yes, man. Yes.
T-bone suplexing people, and think, man, I love it. I can see that all day.
Oh yeah. Remember that German he gave Angle. They would do the backflip.
Yeah.
Ooh wee.
That one right there, yo. For a minute, I was like, yo.
That's a gift. If that was today, that'd be the gift of the year right there.
For sure. That would definitely be the gift, man. So we are 1 month removed from Thanksgiving. What was on Shogun's plate?
Oh, Shogun has ties down south. All my family, a lot of my family over there in Pine Bluff, Texas, Florida. Love you guys. And they always bring that beautiful Southern cooking. My mother, she had the dressing, the yams. I had that lemonade, bottles of it, gallons of it actually. we had about six bottles on deck of the Ohana. The Ohana is Fago's lemonade. Shouts out to Fago, Detroit's own.
Okay.
And pretty much like got the macaroni and cheese, got the collard greens, we got actually my favorite is the pecan pie and also the sweet potato pie. So it's just Shogun had his selections.
Man, Shogun sound like he had a buffet out there, man. My dude. I mean,
man.
Shoot, that's
how about you?
I mean, my Thanksgiving was simple. I didn't want to do a lot. I had turkey. I had greens. I had some yams. I made the macaroni and cheese. I made some meatballs.
Hey, there we go.
There was.
Did you suplex a turkey before you cooked it though? That's the thing. Did you just suplex? It makes it flavor.
Listen. I smacked it up and rubbed it down.
There we go. Hey, my man doing it.
I'm talking about BBD. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had the turkey, I had the greens.
Man, flipping down. Whoa.
I ain't playing with it. The dressing. We had all that, man. And for dessert, it was simple. We I think we had apple pie like it. We didn't want to go all out. Usually, I'll throw down a peach cobbler, things like that. But I was like, we gonna do light this year because I know when I go home to Florida for Christmas, it's Thanksgiving all over again because as soon as you pull up to mama's house, she gotta hook you with all your favorites.
Oh yeah, she gotta give you all the hits.
All the hits, you know what I'm saying? The rice, the pigeon peas and rice, the meatloaf, everything. And if you know about that, that southern beans and cornbread with the ham hock,
oh yeah, you living
life. You living life. But man, Thanksgiving was something definitely good. So far as Christmas, and this is coming up, and I ask this question at every once in a while. If you had to choose between 4 holidays and one holiday could go, would it be Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Valentine's Day?
We getting rid of Valentine's Day because I'm Shogun loving every day.
Gotcha.
Ain't no special day of love for Shogun. Shogun loving every day. Now, you said if I get rid of one,
yeah,
be Valentine's Day.
Be Valentine's Day. Okay. Now, out of that 4, if you could only have one of those holidays, which day would it be?
Ooh, you know, Shogun's all about thankfulness. Thanksgiving is always a beautiful holiday for everybody. It's a great in between Christmas and all the other holidays. Even though Christmas still brings forth the family, Thanksgiving is just the perfect warm up for all of that. It's getting everybody right. It's part of one of my favorite seasons, next to summertime, which is fall. So it's just, for nostalgic reasons also, because you already know fall season from summer league goes right into fall season. And it's just always a sports vibe, that feeling for Shogun. And so for me, I would say Thanksgiving will be the one, strictly because I just love how it brings all family together.
Yeah,
even for better or for worse.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I can see that. And if you don't know what I mean by that, don't act bougie. Everybody got that one drunk uncle. Everybody got that one auntie that don't know how to keep a filter. She gonna say what she want to say.
She gonna say it. She gonna say it.
And everybody got that one cousin that always come to the function smelling like pine cones and shit.
Smelling like all kinds of pine cones.
Just
for that one plate.
Just for that one plate. And then you got the cousin that pull up and drive up just to grab a plate and leave. And the cousin's only there 10 minutes. He say it's Hayes. He say the what's ups. I'm gonna catch y'all later. And that one cousin brings his own to-go plates. You ain't gotta worry about using your own foil. I'm that cousin.
I come prepared with Tupperware.
No, man, but yeah, I could see that. I mean, I could see Thanksgiving as the one I would probably keep. And my reason for keeping Thanksgiving is because my birthday is literally the day before Christmas. So it's like, I get gypped every year. You know what I'm saying? Like
the extra bit that.
Yeah, man. So it's like, bro, like it got real for me at one point. Like at one point, for my birthday, I'll never forget this. Like, I got the top part of my outfit for my birthday, right? Just a shirt. Christmas Day, there goes the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, with my birthday being the day before Christmas, a lot of my stuff would get split up. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I got a Nintendo 64. No. I got I never forget, I had WCW NWO Revenge on Nintendo 64. I got the game for my birthday. I didn't get the game console to the next day to Christmas. So, bro, it would be stuff like that would irritate me. Like, I got one shoe for my birthday, and I got the other shoe for Christmas. So I got the left and the right.
Oh no, that's a troll. I know you're trolling.
It'd be my own people. It'd be my mama, bro.
It'd be your own people. It'd be your own
people. Your own people.
He said, I'll get the RC car, no batteries till tomorrow.
Man, come on,
man.
I'll tell you, boy. I'll tell you. I get a yo-yo, but the string I wouldn't get to Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
So you're like, we got that wrapped up over here.
We got a string over here, but you can roll the yo-yo around, but you just can't really.
You just do that little, like go downstairs, see what happens.
Yeah, man. Like, for real. But yeah, I would definitely get rid of Thanksgiving. So, Mr. Casanova, you were out. I was asking Jackson Stone, between the 4 holidays of Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, and Valentine's Day, if you had to choose one to go, which one would you choose?
Valentine's Day. It's just made up by like some car company anyway. It's not like an actual holiday. I mean, yeah, if you look in religious perspective, there is a Saint Valentine, but it's not like a day that's national. Like, not everybody celebrates it because not everybody has a significant other. So, honestly, it'd probably be Valentine's Day, but you got good eating on all them other days, and well, 4th of July, everybody just gets drunker than a motherfucker. So, it's all good either way.
All right, now let's flip that. If you could only keep one of those holidays, which one would you keep?
I don't know, man. Christmas and Thanksgiving are pretty two like close ones because on both days. But a lot of people take the whole present thing a little too far at times. So I don't know. It's kind of like a toss up between those two, and I just can't choose. Because people both get with their families on both days, so there's kind of a lot of love and happiness on both days. But it's
There's
really only the presents
mix.
that make up the one day. Yeah.
I feel you.
Because Christmas is more commercial nowadays than it was like many years ago when people didn't have like these 60-inch screen TVs and like these high def like video game systems and everything else.
Even then, you remember Turbo Man?
Yep.
Yo, Turbo Man was the perfect example of what we were going to get into in the upcoming years, though. Like, think about it. They were fighting over a toy, an action figure.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wanted a booster. Nobody wanted a booster, bro. Like, it's one of my favorite movies. Me and the wife just watched this literally last week with our son, right? So we're watching. I'm like, damn, Booster got no love at all. And then think about it. There's one part when Sinbad dresses up as the villain, and he's like, you know what? No one likes you, Booster, and he knocked him off the stage. And literally, kids that were on the side of the parade, kicking them and jumping them.
I'm like,
yo, nobody. And Booster got no love. Booster got no love.
Booster got none. Booster got no love at all. Booster got suplex for his troubles probably from one of them kids. One of them kids probably teamed up with the other one, said, let me get the other side. Picked him up and dropped him.
Yo, Booster was getting jumped. I don't know what was up with that, but you made a great analogy with Turbo Man. That's exactly what the world has come to. Think about it. You remember when the PS5s? Remember when the PS5s first came out?
And that whole fiasco. Shogun still hasn't gotten his. He said, honestly, I'm still enjoying. I have a decent amount of PS4 games Shogun's been getting through. Got my friends on PS4. Shouts out to everybody that does that. Shogun. After that PS5 situation, I was like, yeah, let me take my time. It's still going on. Actually, it's still going on. Technically, still some issues with it.
Yeah, man. I still have not got a new game system either, bro. Like, I've went a whole year without one, and it's been hard. I ain't gonna lie, because I like to get on. I used to like to get on just for the hell of it and go play like the free games on the PlayStation. Like, one of my top favorites was America's Army Proving Ground. I used to just hop on that for the hell of it. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, and literally, it's basically a low budget Call of Duty. Ain't none of that special stuff where you can call in an airstrike and the dogs go bite you, and none of that extraness. Ain't no zombie mode. It's just straight, basically, manhunt. If you want to say it like, but man, I miss having the PlayStation. But yeah, Christmas has got like way too commercial. Like, even these kids are advanced, bro. Like, I think back, like, growing up, remember when cell phones really became popular? Like, and this is like the mid 2000s when you really started to get popular with them. Like, you had the Sidekick and the Razor.
The Razor, yeah.
You had all these phones, right? Yo, I remember having to work for my first phone just to get my own first phone. These kids now expect to have a phone in elementary school, bro.
You know what's interesting? The years to own a phone actually went it seems like the years to own a phone, like what it takes, like how old you are, like in just beginning to own a phone is gone down over the years. Like I remember when I first got my first cell phone, Shogun's first actual cell phone, had the orange background and everything. It was just something that his mother gave him, just like, hey, emergencies only type deal. But I didn't get the actual iPhone until, like, let's say, I won't even say had to be sometime after high school even. But even during that time, it was like, all right, well, I'm starting to hear kids at the age of 13, 12 have iPhones. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And then the next year it was, 11-year-olds. And the next year it was 10-year-olds. I'm like, wow, now 8-year-olds have to get like iPhones and just keep that communication going. And I'm like, it's a catch-22 because it's valuable for that communication and for that information. But again, the catch-22 because of that communication and that access to all that, to everything essentially.
Yeah. I mean, and that's
so much so much power, so much responsibility in like just one kid's hand.
And a phone, literally, it's a lot of power. But I think about, you said like kids 8 years old on the phones. You know what I had 8 years old? A walkie-talkie.
Mm-hmm.
I had a walkie-talkie. You know what I'm saying? And my walkie-talkie would reach out for like a few miles, but I had the homies in the neighborhood. They had their walkie-talkies, and that was our way of communicating. You know what I'm saying? Like at 8 years old, like I wasn't expecting no cell phone. I wasn't expecting this. You know what I'm saying? Like at 8 years old, I was just expected to go outside and go play.
Right. Adventure.
Go get dirty. Go get a wing worm. Go step on some glass. Get itchy from playing in the grass. These are things that I kind of feel like none of these kids are ever going to do unless they actually go into actual sports.
And it's crazy because now with COVID, I'll hide that a little. I don't know how to monetize this with the word, but with C-19 running around and with this other variant running around, there's so much limitation in that, and just trying to play sports. I mean, imagine trying to be a kid in 2020 where, you sign up for, over here we have the PAL League. Shouts out to the PAL League. They're kind of like the Pop Warner of Detroit. And you can't even have a season now.
That part right there.
Now,
so like speaking of like PAL leagues, like we had the same things down south. We had the PAL league, the police athletic league, and that was a good way for them to help give back to the community and then help some of these young kids steer them in the right direction, things like that. But with that being said, like a lot of these kids are missing out on being a kid because they're too busy doing this or they're too busy playing the games. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's just wow. It's just a wild difference.
But also, I'm not trying. I just,
go ahead. No.
I feel that also Shogun feels that it's based off of where like the upbringing also, it all trickles down type of deal. Because for me, just speaking personally, upbringing for Shogun, a lot of it would be, on Saturdays even right before football games, Dad would take me out to this Baldock Park. Baldock Park is a big hill out in Detroit, and we would just run the hills, and just get the legs going and get me outside in the morning. And what's one of the first things now kids do? Is reach for the phone. It's just like adults. We reach for the phone, try to do an update, see what's going on. So just the morning, just the beginnings of a day, it's shifted. But we have to look at what the parents are doing for the kids, in order for them to get there. I was able to, fortunately, like I said, the PAL League is so amazing. They had weightlifting programs, they had football programs, and this is before, unfortunately, things got were demonetized in a way and taken away from those programs where it would have been fortunate for the communities to have those programs in there because it helps out those kids in the future. But from swimming, we had swim classes. Man, they had I remember my sisters going to gymnastic classes. We had golf lessons out in Belle Isle. So it's just one of those things where it's all about the upbringing. But Shogun's a big believer in staying active, no matter what, staying active. Somehow you got to be able to adventure. And as a kid, a kid right now in this age, it's got to be weird to be, to want to do something and have such limitations because of so much worry of variants and all these other things running around that that essentially is creating fear for them.
Real talk. Speaking of kids, we got the girl dad right here, Miss Casanova. Ask you a question. Do your girls have cell phones?
Hell no. I say the same thing. I say the same thing my mom said to me when I was that age. I'm like, the day you get a job is the day you get a damn phone, and that's about it. You got me. I'm always around. I ain't going nowhere. So, if there's something wrong and I'm not around, there's always police stations. There's a library we can go call somebody, or my mom. So it is what it is, man. I got enough fucking bills to pay, man. I ain't about to pay no more. Fuck that.
Go ahead and add them on, bro. Go ahead and add them on.
No, but I think the main problem with kids these days is that like you said, it's always a device that they got in their hands. And what's the one thing that all of our parents told us when we were in the house and it was a nice day outside? Get your ass and go outside.
Go outside. Go out.
Use your damn imagination. Have fun, because once you get older, you're going to be paying bills like the rest of us. And look, here we are now. We're paying bills like the rest of them.
Yeah,
it's so true. Like I remember telling my wife, as my son gets older, I want to strip a lot of things away. So tablets, TV, no. I'm just gonna take a lot of things away and have them kind of live through the perspective of us growing up back in the day. Because I'm telling you, I don't know, growing up in that time period just molded you a lot more to have, I guess you could say, broader shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And it's a big difference, but it is what it is.
And that's the thing too. Also, it's interesting not to say that the kids of this generation aren't social, because they literally are on social media. But that's the thing. It takes away that it's like the social media is the middleman of that communication. Just like how you and I, we're actually talking, we're communicating right now. It seems that part, that just the communication part, is out of the way now, because it's just you can just go right to the boards and start posting. That's the middleman. Now it's like, whereas like back then it was like if you had an issue, it's almost like, in high school, you go see them.
Yeah, you gonna see them.
You go see them. Now it's like, they go right to Twitter fingers or Facebook, and you have these sub tweets. You have people doing sub posts, or first time I heard what a sub anything was, I was like, wait, so that's saying something without saying something? Shogun doesn't know anything other than direct. So if you're gonna say it, you might as well just say it to the person.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's what we call cryptic messaging, man. It's like you're basically talking shit about somebody without coming straight out and saying it. So you're like, doing it some half-assed, being scared like you can't do it and be a man about it, or be a grown woman, because we can't leave that out either, because it's 2021, almost 2022, and you can't forget the other sex, because it's going to be a big fucking problem.
Hey man.
But anyway,
just people be people.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But see, that's another thing about kids these days. It's not just that, they don't get outside. It's also that, the streets are a lot more dangerous now because crime has gone up. Bullying has gotten worse than when we were kids, man. Like kids are like, harassing kids online and just tagging them in shit and harassing them in DMs and stuff. And then you hear kids that are younger than my kids and they're committing suicide. And that's what breaks my heart, man, because they don't have the outlets like, where you would go and, handle some shit. Like, some people got in fights and you just, had it out and that was the end of it. But, kids these days don't have that backbone and, their parents are raising them to be scared of everything. It's like, unless you tell a kid to stand up for themselves and actually, try to handle it in I'm not going to say a dull manner because they're kids, but, in a more of
civil,
a positive situation, because we always try to press for positivity around here, and
right.
Civil too. So, there's many outlets now, but, sometimes those outlets aren't the best way either.
And like Shogun's father was born in Queens, Jamaica, Queens, New York. He was born and raised from 1953. He left around, I want to say 82. He said 82, 81. So from that time, imagine just what you had to do, just how communication was just during that. I mean, just during that time alone. I mean, yeah, but they probably had the rotary phone, which I witnessed the rotary phone in my grandmother's house, but still,
Same here.
Yeah. So you had that, and then also with him being in the boroughs of New York, all you had was just communication with people. You walk out, you turn, you go right, you see a bunch of people. You go left, you see a bunch of people. There's nothing but people around you, so you might as well go outside and see what's what and communicate, and also learn your surroundings. That's the biggest thing. Always try to learn your surroundings and be aware of them. Because that's another thing I feel social media takes away. People not being aware of their surroundings because they're so busy looking down. It's like, I've seen a decent amount of people walk into walls because they're on their phone, or bump into other people that's like a couple feet from them. They just step one side.
That's the funny part about it.
And then even still, it's just like they keep ready. After that happens, they go right back to it. Yeah. So it's a habit.
Like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. Like you didn't just run into this little kid because you was too busy on your phone. And that was me, because I actually, no lie, like I need a kid in the face. I wasn't paying attention. I was in my phone. I was just walking in the grocery store, and boom, like I felt something hit my knee, and all I heard was ah. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
He's good.
It'd be all right.
We actually did forget about one communication that people used back in the day, man. If you didn't have somebody's phone number, you see when your buddy well, no, I mean that too, but there was another one before that. If you seen one of your buddies down the street, you'd be like, hey, come here. And then, that was it. You just yell down the street and then they come over.
Yo, what up? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that right there, man. Like
my father still had a phone book for the longest time. Addresses, emails, phone book. He had it was listed. It was years too. I remember it was like 2000 to 2007 phone book, 2008 phone book, 2009. Like it was list. So he would take his time to go, all right, let me make sure. After he get in his phone, he go, write down, just make sure still.
And you know what? That's crazy, because back in the day, you could look at a phone book and actually find someone's phone number, like an actual phone book, like the ones that you would get from for us back home in Florida, it was Bell, Southern Bell, and all that stuff. But you will be able to get and look in the phone book. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen Terminator 1.
Oh yeah, like the white pages.
Yeah, like the white pages. I don't know if you remember that when the Terminator was looking for Sarah Connor, and he found like all these different variations of Sarah Connor and found addresses and phone numbers. Like, you can get all that stuff in a phone book. Like, that's crazy. Now
that actually got bad for my family one year when I was a kid, man, because like we started getting like some mad prank phone calls, and this one kid like started leaving messages on my mom's answer machine when I was like probably like 9 or 10 years old. And she's like, yeah, we got to go enlisted. This shit ain't working out no more.
Not at all. Speaking of working out, I know you've been hitting the gym. You've been hitting the gym kind of heavy. You also been getting the cardio up and things like that. So speaking of that, man, has your playlist changed from the last time? Who have you added in? Because it's been some rappers that came out. So, since the last time you and I spoke. It's been some albums that came out since the last time you and I
There's a
spoke.
decent amount of albums that came out too. Decent.
Ooh.
Some verses, some verse battles.
Some versus battles.
You
Matter of fact, the last time you and I were on, I don't think versus was even near the magnitude that is at right now.
It really wasn't even a thing. I think probably by that time I think Fabulous and Jada had did theirs.
Right.
Or at least they were talking about it. But yeah, it wasn't even a thing. It wasn't that much of a thing.
It wasn't at all. So there's been a few verses that have stuck out to us.
What's your favorite?
Right now, it's probably it's my favorite. It's going to have to be Dipset versus the Lox. But if I'm looking for just entertainment, I'm going to have to go with Bone Thugs versus 3 6 Mafia. That one held no punches, literally. And figuratively, like, we talked about it an episode ago. To me, this was one of the most viewed verses. Not the top, but one of the most viewed. But how was your reaction watching that versus?
Well, first, Shogun grew up on both Bone Thugs and 3 6 for sure. As I mentioned before, family's down south, so always, we were hearing Project Pat. We were definitely hearing all the volumes of the Hypnotized Mind mixtapes from volume 1 all the way up to volume 16. So, riding in the Chevy, one of my favorites. So, but the whole versus, the whole thing in general, I was hyped for. I kind of wish they 3 6 Mafia had a different opponent. I'll get to that in a second. But in truth, that whole matchup was crazy. Just to see, the fact that Busy Bone, I didn't really even know that Shogun's a music hip hop connoisseur, but I didn't really understand the extent of the beef between those two. So to see the animosity, first Fat Joe setting the tone, which Fat Joe has found his spot even more so in hip hop. If we're talking, he's like the announcer, the Bruce Buffer, if you will, of verses, like the recap player, the John Madden almost. And for him to do that coin toss all the way over to just them fighting and Busy Bone calling them out, and DJ Paul running in with that right hook at him. And that whole situation was crazy, but it was good. It was great that they came back. It was a great night for hip hop. Honestly, yeah, just a great night for both of them. Honestly, like just to see Busy perform that Thug Love remix. I'm sorry, that Thug Love verse, that opening verse when he came out, just guns blazing, and to see you had 8-Ball MJG coming out, Lil Jon. It was honestly, it was a great night. Definitely, it's a tie between that and the Lox and the Dipset one, because they were both highly entertaining in terms of shit talking.
Yeah. But you also forgot about Lil Wayne, which to me was like if you playing Uno, that was the draw full card right there.
I'm telling you, it was so crazy. The answering, the revert, like the answering back and forth. You had Lil Wayne for one side, and then they came out with Lil Jon on the other.
Yeah,
like that shut it down. That whole thing shut it down. Yeah, it was, man.
And then remember they also had a Flip, but then they had Chameleon there.
They had Chameleon there. Like
I said, this was very, very well played.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, man, it's just like when you look at 3 6, and you said you was gonna get to this later. I'm gonna let you get to it. But when you look at 3 6 Mafia, and you look at, first of all, people don't realize there's a lot of members in 3 6 Mafia. We didn't get all of them that night. We just got the main few.
R.I.P. Lord Infamous.
Yeah, Lord Infamous, R.I.P. But but there's a lot of members that we didn't get the chance to see. But man, they brought out the classics. They brought out the classics, man. When they brought out 8 Ball and MJG, that right there.
And Young Buck came out with them. Young Buck came from. Like, it's crazy.
Man, listen, when Buck came out, I already knew what time it was. Like, I seen Buck. I was like, oh, okay, so if Buck here, 8 Ball and MJG gotta be here because it would make no sense at all to bring just Young Buck, but don't bring 8 Ball MJG. Like, to me, like this right here, bro. And for the people, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all see what we talking about, man.
Your girlfriend wanna ride with me. That's how the film what you supposed to be. There's no dudes really cold to me. The back of the car 615. I'm a nigga who smoke, Reggie Miller, coughing and choking constantly. Say like group we hit it. Time, camp, bread to get it. Smoke all night, sleep all day. That's the the American way. Roll that shit, like that shit, keep that shit, roll that shit, blow that shit out slow. Hands until we roll. Him Jacob bringing in some of that. So incredible, have a nigga running back. But a nigga with the good sticking double A. Come on, let's take a little like a jack. In the morning, I need this.
Listen, when I tell you I was so hyped, Young Buck, we don't give a fuck. We were busting position.
It's a seed. Hey.
Here's the seed. Got a little hair on the chest.
Man,
yeah. I was following the Twitter feed like through this whole thing, and like a lot of people like, "Where's Project Pat at, man? This ain't gonna be right if Project Pat don't come out." Sure as shit, like 5 seconds later, there he is.
Doing chicken head.
Yo,
man, what little chat. Yo,
yes,
man, and y'all for the younger generation, like y'all don't even understand like how these songs were just bangers for us growing up. It's like the song Chicken Head even spun off on different shows. Like remember Steve Harvey used to have Bullet Head and Romeo. Oh,
yeah, yep.
Oh yeah. That's
3-6. Look, 3-6 is embedded. They're just embedded, man.
Yeah, man, and not for nothing. Now, you said you will get to the part where basically you kind of felt like maybe they 3-6 should have went up against someone else.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of even though I love Bone Thugs and they have like thug gangster type hits, a lot of the songs are slow. Like you can't answer I don't know, man. Like you can't answer Who Run It.
No, you can't.
With a slow song like, if I could teach the whole world to be a thug like me. Like not, these are like chill songs that you relax to, you vibe to, you ride out to. Some of those songs, even though again, the quality of rappers are amazing, just the energy is different. I personally think if you had to match up 3-6 Mafia against anybody, you would have to either give them Little John or a Ludacris, like and bring out the DTP, have Ludacris play none but his bangers. But I would say, if anything, it would ultimately be Little John, because I mean that energy matches up, and also even though people say they're two separate eras, they still mesh well with each other. Like if you want to say Memphis was crunk before Atlanta, yeah, you can have the argument with that versus, and that versus will be wild. Like, and you still do the I don't give a fuck with Lazy coming out.
Yeah.
I think I could add to that though. I mean, personally, yeah, you got Little John and the East Side Boys, but if seeing as you got so many members for 3-6, and they brought out the ladies too later on, you could throw in the Ying Yang Twins on top of Little John and the East Side Boys and kind of make them like their own little faction and stuff like that. Like, bringing up wrestling terms again, just how they have it.
But the thing about that is, it's like you wouldn't even have to do that because the Yin Yang Twins and Lil Jon damn near got like 20 songs together. So they would just be coming out.
But the hits, man, the hits that they keep coming out with together, man. I mean, they had so many hits together.
Look, from 2002 all the way to 2008, probably you would say.
Yeah,
and
strong
even then
too.
A little bit strong,
I was in high school in the early 2000s, man, so I heard it all.
Right. Yo, I personally wish, honestly, man, like, and this is me speaking, I wish Verzuz was done like a wrestling card. Like, I wish Verzuz was done, like, if they came out with like a full, all right, guys, this is the pay-per-view. We got pay-per-view once every month, and if they just had just 3 battles, you can just have 3, like, the first one be like, let's say, the low card. You can have like 2, have them perform 2 or 3 songs, and the next one can be like 5 or 6. And then you can get to that 20 for the main one.
Yeah. See, I like that, man. I like that. Yo, Swiss, Timberland, don't steal my dog idea, man. Don't do that. Get at him. Get at him.
Because there's some guys out here. I would like to see some guys against other people, but the problem is the hits, don't match up. So we need, if you bring them down a couple numbers.
I know a lot of people were talking like Bone Thugs maybe could have went up against the Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, that could have been, a formidable matchup because they both got slow joints, and then they got like, some harder edge ones too on top of it. So
I don't know. I mean, because I guess like even Wu-Tang Clan, Wu-Tang Clan is kind of like I think they're the genesis of what Bone Thugs and 3-6 Mafia was. Because I feel like, I feel like, if anything, Wu-Tang is like, I don't know, Wu-Tang is just like a different type of gangster rap that is so New York. Like, can I'm gonna ask you, can Bring the Ruckus, what can Bone Thugs and what can they answer against like Bring the Ruckus or Clan in the Front, or even all the other hits that they did on their own that they have to feature each other on. Like, I was just listening to Ghostface's Super Clientele, so Supreme Clientele. He had all his features on there. Like, that's actually a tough one. I mean, I would like to see it.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I mean, it's kind of hard
to see it. But it's just like, man, who can Bone Thugs really stack up against it? Where they like, all right, yeah, this is a good matchup for us, 100%.
You really can't, because like the thing about it is like I said before, Bone Thugs are inside their own lane. No one does what they do. No one will be able to replicate what they do. Like that's kind of like right now with Cleveland music and hip hop. Like no one's ever going to be able to ever go over the hump of, well, can you do like Bone Thugs did? Can you be as big as Bone? Can you create the same movement?
Yeah.
And Bone Thugs, they're literally in their own lane. If you think about their style of music, they're like the only other person you can even put up next to Bone is Twista and Do or Die. And then you got to look at Do or Die's collection. They really don't got a lot of bangers that they can go up against with Bone, especially like with the production value, number one, but who they've had a chance to do songs with. You look at Do or Die. Do or Die has not worked with a Biggie. Do or Die has not worked with a Pac. Do or Die has not worked with an Eazy-E. They haven't worked with a Mariah. They haven't worked like we keep going on with
a Sade.
Like they haven't worked with any of these people. So when I say Bone is literally in their own lane, I kind of feel like, yes, for me, like, don't get me wrong, like I came up on both like you, bro. Like I came up on 3-6 and I came up on Bone. You know what I'm saying? Because with me being from the South, 3-6 was already bumping. You know what I'm saying? And I'm way in the South. I'm in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm bottom of the map. You know what I'm saying? So, looking at that, and then I also had 3-6, and I also had Bone Thugs. But both of these musics have been with me my whole entire life. But I can honestly say, from that Verzuz, I love Bone Thugs to death.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to say who won that, the Culture definitely won it, but 3-6 definitely won it the moment they bought out Lil Wayne. The moment they bought out Lil Wayne, it was over with. Because who do you bring out that's bigger than Tunechi?
Well, I mean that's what I mean. They answered it with Lil Jon, possibly I would say the guy that carried hip hop from 2002.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
He's like 06, like from Crunk Juice and beforehand. I mean, so I would say that's a good answer.
Yeah. But and speaking of Crunk Juice, do y'all remember that Lil Jon had the Crunk Juice energy drinks? It did. What was it? Nelly had Pimp Juice.
Yes, he had the Pimp Juice.
Oh man, who else had an energy drink? I'm trying to remember. I think did Snoop have an energy drink? I can't remember, but I do. Those two.
Well, I don't know if you'd want to be drinking the one he come out, man. Everybody else would probably fall asleep afterwards.
Yo,
yeah, they ain't no energy drink.
But you mentioned Twisted though, but there was one other crew that came out of Chicago, and they were supposed to be considered like the Bone Thugs of Chicago, and that's Crucial Conflict, but they never had the hits that Bone Thugs came out with. I mean, they could probably try to match up with Speed, but the only person I could say that would match up with the Speed would be Twisted versus Bone, but that's just one guy versus one
guy. Yeah, you're right. Man.
So it's crazy with that.
So Bone is in their own lane. It solidified that they are the fathers of their own style. Like they can, that
Spitfire rap.
Yeah, exact Spitfire rap. That chill, melodic, also vibe. Because I mean, honestly, like Crazy, Lazy, all of them, like Flesh, Busy, like they were all spitting at a high level still.
Oh yeah, big facts on that. And like I don't think too many people in the game currently can mess with Crazy. They can't mess with Lazy. Mm-mm. They definitely can't mess with Busy Bone.
Mm-mm.
Busy Bone, he's in his own lane as well.
Look, it solidified him, man. If anything, it just solidified him as like, how like that verse with Jada, that the verse between Dipset and Lox, everybody ended up talking about how Jada was just really solidified himself as the top 5.
Oh, absolutely.
Busy, if anything, that showed that Busy belongs in those conversations, like top 5, top 10 type flow artists, rappers, that can go.
Absolutely. And like, to be honest, the only reason why I tune in to watch Verzuz, it really wasn't the fact that, it really wasn't the fact of them finally coming together to have this go on. You know what I'm saying? Like, far as, because the beef is deep, goes back to '94. But I personally only watch to see Busy perform.
I just think of next Friday so much.
Yep. No, that is literally the only reason why I tuned in, because I know I was finally going to see him perform this song.
Hey, he think about smoking and blowing that stuff into a vacuum cleaner.
Listen, bro. I don't think I've ever tried that, but I do think people have watched the video, watched Friday and tried that shit. I suggest you don't try it. Just crack a window.
Just be safe. Crack the window.
Yeah, crack the window. Be safe. Get a vape. I don't know. All sorts of stuff like that, man. But
or soon to be Shogun's THC lemonade coming soon.
What? Yo, we got an exclusive.
We need a taste test, man. We need a taste test.
Coming soon. We got 3 versions, ladies and gentlemen. We got the regular. We got the regular's gonna be sweet, have different flavors. Part of that, we got the caffeine. It's gonna have caffeine and also some BCAAs in there. And then finally we have the THC version. That version I'm still finishing up, still working on, but it's coming soon. I posted a little bit of a teaser on the Facebook of the Shogun Facebook page. Just the beginning processes, but we're getting there.
So let me get this straight. Nelly had pimp juice. Lil Jon had crunk juice. Shogun got his own lemonade coming out in regular and THC. Oh, my G, talk your shit.
We doing it. And right now, I'm telling you, we're gonna be having little samples at the different shows I'll be at. So, you guys, whoever see me, holla at me, Shogun got you. But yeah, we're gonna be doing it big. Got my logo coming soon. Shouts out to the artists who helped me with that. And we're gonna get it.
Man, I am with it. I am definitely with it, my dude. I can't wait to go in and get a taste. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because I do know this. The next time that I may probably see you, I mean, you don't have to give it away on the show now, but I'm going to be down in Columbus, Ohio, February 20th. That's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be down at OWA February 20th for a show that we like to call Good Trouble, Volume 3. That's where I'm going to be at on the 20th. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure. I don't want to give it away or not. I mean, you can nod your head yes or shake your head no if I'm going to see you there for Good Trouble.
I'm just going to smile. Just smile and wave, boys.
Say less, say less, say less, say less.
But Shogun will be where the suplexes will be and where the crowd's going to be chanting. So, we're going to meet up.
Oh, yeah, we definitely going to do that, man.
If anybody needs an adjustment, just go see that man up there.
I got you.
From the neck up, we got you. So right now, there are some movies that have came out. You had the Eternals. You had the 10 Rings of I can't even pronounce Shang-Chi, and then you have the new Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man that's out, No Way Home. Obviously, looking at, of course, the character, we know that this movie is probably going to go to do a billion easily in the next few weeks here, or even a month, depending on how many people see it. What movie to you so far this year that's came out was slept on, but was actually pretty damn good?
Oh man, Shogun's gonna have to say, I'm not gonna say that it was been slept on because I was the one that slept on it essentially, but actually I'm gonna say two films. But the first one was the one I slept on. That Kevin Hart film, True Story. It's actually pretty good. Shogun is finding some good entertainment in there. I mean, it's not necessarily a movie; it's a series. But I'm just let me stretch the rules out on this one if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
But I would say another film would be Paper Tigers. Paper Tigers was a good one. It's a martial arts film, and starring actually one of the guys that were they were actually because I didn't see the whole film, but they were one of the main. Not the main, but one of the main bad guys in Shang-Chi. So it's a really good martial arts film though. It has a lot of good martial arts that I follow on Instagram, and that's doing their thing right now in other mainstream movies. But I would say that one, and I would say those two were slept on projects in Shogun's mind.
All right, and then I'm gonna ask you the same question in reverse. What movie had the most hype and just ended up being like a total letdown to you? Because I can let you know mine on top.
Go ahead.
All right, the movie that had the most hype ended up being a complete letdown was that movie with Ryan Reynolds. I can't name the name of it.
Free Guy.
That's it. I did not like it.
And that's funny because Shogun thought of that movie as well. Even though I enjoyed it, I understand it's an acquired thing.
I was like, it's cool, but in a sense, I was expecting more from it. Mm-hmm. I was expecting more because, they acted up. It was like, kind of like in this little, almost like a Sims type of world, right? Mm-hmm. And I was expecting more type of Sims shit to go on. And it was like, oh, no, that didn't happen. But it was, for what it was, the budget they put into it wasn't too bad. I mean, the film came out looking well, but I kind of felt like, if anything, they were trying to outdo Ready Player One in a sense. Remember that one?
Had that vibe to it.
Yeah, it had that vibe to it, but I was like, you'll never be able to do that Ready Player One like that. That's classic.
It's a different type of thing. Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah. Totally another, different on his own lead type of thing. But what was your letdown movie like? You actually was like, damn, I cannot get these 2 hours of my life back.
Man, I'm gonna say, I hate saying it because I feel like I'm going against wrestlers' fraternity. However, I enjoyed The Rock and Ryan Reynolds in that Notice movie, that Red Notice movie.
Yeah.
For some reason, Gal Gadot just Shogun just doesn't believe that much of what Shogun's just not convinced that much. I would like to see that role switched out and played possibly by maybe the girl from Insecure or the main lead from Insecure, or possibly the girl that plays the woman that plays this somewhat of a crazy serial killer. Oh my gosh, Sandra Oh is in this show as well, but it's been going for about, I want to say 3 or 4 seasons. Mm-hmm. 3 or 4 seasons. But essentially this individual, and she actually has a movie with Ryan Reynolds coming out soon, or at least it's already out, but she's I believe she's Russian. But that particular actress, I would have liked seeing in that role is more so, because I feel like for that particular role you needed somebody that could showcase that she actually had that unhinged factor, or that Charlize Theron. You can even throw Charlize Theron, because she did the Blonde Atomic movie, and I actually like some of the fight scenes in that one. So I believe she would have made a good replacement as well. Honestly,
that was a good one, and I just want to make sure that I got the title of this movie right. That way I can make sure I don't put it on my watch list. So I'm going to take that off real quick.
Have you been watching the Wu-Tang Clan series?
Bro,
I've seen it all. I love it.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all probably gonna say, "Nah, not you." I have not started the Wu-Tang Clan series, and I'm gonna tell you why. Bro. I blame 50. I blame him for
the BMF series.
The BMF, the Raising Cane. Yeah. And then the Ghost.
You can't stop the rain.
No.
Yeah, bro. You got this shit back to back to back, and it's kind of hard for me to
And Power 2 is back on too. So
Power 2, yeah.
BMF just ended. They already finished the first season. Raising Kanan was done before that, and now Power 2 is back on, and now they're gonna have Power 4 coming out soon. It's called Force, I believe. So I think they're gonna be bringing Tommy back. So Tommy should be coming back eventually.
Yeah. So you got all this stuff going on. So I blame 50. But I will say this: the next time you and I link up, probably sometime in February, my mouth shut. I don't know. I would at least have binge watched the whole entire 2 seasons of the Wu-Tang.
First 2 episodes gonna have you hooked. In my opinion, first 2 episodes,
it's true.
Especially the interaction between Ghost and Ray.
Real talk.
The story between those two men is insane.
Alone.
like I'm not gonna give away like too much, but like I didn't know at one point that these guys were actually in Steubenville, Ohio when they were younger. So they actually resided over here, just like Dean Martin. Dean Martin was actually a Steubenville, Ohio native, like one of the Rat Pack. So
Crazy.
yeah, Wu-Tang was actually in Ohio at one point.
That's crazy. That's
a whole trial and everything, man. Yeah, you gotta check it out. And that's season 2, isn't it?
But to be honest with you, the guy that actually plays Old Dirty Bastard, his name is T.J. Adams. He looks more like Old Dirty Bastard than Old Dirty Bastard's son does. Young Dirty Bastard. The guy is spot on, like just the way his mannerisms are.
Yeah.
The girls he got in his mouth, the way he talks. It just sounds just like the man himself.
They're actually talking about having him play Static Shock, and I would love to see that. I would love to see that one. That would be dope.
Who's producing that? I want to think.
No idea.
That was a DC show, wasn't it?
No.
That was DC.
I know it's DC, but I want to say Michael B. Jordan is behind Static Shock.
I wouldn't be surprised. That would make sense. Honestly, I would show them when we feel comfortable. If it's Michael B. Jordan, or I would rather have Regina King.
Oh, producing it?
I would rather have Regina King hands on that.
Yeah, because she's done some talented work.
Which also that brings me to. Okay, I don't know if that movie, because you just like that bringing her up just brought back the last question. One film that I feel like that was slept on, but this film came out last year. I just want to hype it up because it's such a great movie. Once Upon a Time in One Night in Miami. That film was just so powerful.
That was good.
Yeah, if to the viewers, everybody, if you have not seen One Night in Miami, please watch that movie. Muhammad Ali, you had Malcolm X, you had Jim Brown, Sam Cooke, a young Sam Cooke, all of them just together in one room after Muhammad Ali's becomes the youngest world heavyweight champion, and they're all celebrating, and it's just conversation. But it's just strong conversation. You guys, please check that out. One Night in Miami. Great movie.
Very good movie, available on Amazon Prime. Or, if y'all like the bootleg shit, available on your Fire Stick. Just type it in.
There it is.
I got links.
This guy has links. And make sure you put One Night in Miami and specify movie, because a lot of One Night in Miami's may pop up. If you do have a Fire Stick, I'll just leave it at that. But oh man, I think to me one of the movies that really delivered for me as a recent, I want to say the one that just came out on Netflix with Regina King in that. You had Idris Elba. Who else was inside the movie? The cat from the cat that played the Blue Ranger in Power Rangers, the recent movie. He was in there.
This is the Harder They Fall you're talking about, correct?
Harder They Fall.
Mm-hmm. I still haven't seen this, but how was it?
Bro, listen. If you looking for a good Western, but it relates to you, this is it. The soundtrack, fire, from top to bottom. The production, beautiful. The Easter eggs inside the movie, the tributes that they paid. They paid tribute to Chadwick Boseman by actually naming a train. And you have to pay attention to the name of the train, but it literally spells out the name. It's a lot that's to it. Like I think this movie kind of set a tone for me when it does come to anything else coming up Western wise. That movie was definitely it. That was it, bro.
What was that? I had to check it out because I've seen it and I've heard so much about it. So yeah, for sure.
Well, I got a question for you then, since we're talking about like movies and stuff. I mean, this isn't a movie, but it's been a series for a minute now. Are you caught up on Cobra Kai?
No, I am not. I was actually still on season 2.
They're about to start
Shogun's
something new soon, so you got to get that finished, man. Because the new season's going to be a banger. Like I called like a couple things that I thought were going to happen. Like they are going to bring back Terry Silver, like the guy that was the bad guy in what was it, the third movie?
Mm-hmm.
So he's coming back. I mean, you know, I'm sure you've seen the previews online, but yeah, Kreese is back. He's been there for a minute now.
Terry Silver.
Yeah, he was the guy with the ponytail in the third movie that was basically making look. He was supposed to be bringing Daniel into training him and stuff like that, and Mr. Miyagi was getting pissed off because he didn't want him training with him because he's seen right through him. So, so I'm wondering if he's going to be somebody's father or somebody's uncle in that show because there's a bunch of young kids. And what the heck was that girl's name? That she was like Miss Billy Badass over there, and she beat up LaRusso's daughter. I can't remember what that one girl's name is, but I'm thinking that dude might be her father, her uncle at some point.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope. I mean, I still got to catch up on 2 shows, one being Cobra Kai, but most definitely at the top of the list, Wu-Tang Clan. That's at the top of the list. Like, I'm probably going to binge watch this probably within the next week just to catch up. But there's so many
great callbacks in that. You're gonna love honest, but so many great and then also not to mention there's still characters that didn't show up because some were incarcerated at the time. So they're gonna show up in the next season or in the I know like in the following season because that's when they are gonna start releasing their projects, their solo projects.
There's only one more season of Wu-Tang Clan. They're only doing one more, and they said this is going to be the final one. So I hope at least they drop it. I hope they at least drop like 10 episodes, maybe 12, because if they only do like
12,
if they only do like 8, I'm going to be sad, man. Because there's like so much history that they got going between all their first solo projects, and I mean, I really hope that they kind of incorporate Method Man and Mary J. Blige in there just because of that one song.
Yeah, just to see Iron Man being made. Just to see how Iron Man was made, and they also got to go through the flood. They got to talk about like all of Capadonna stuff. They got to talk about like I said,
only
Method
Bill
Man
for Cuban
stuff.
Links. I mean,
they got Bill. They talk about Bill for Cuban Links because that came out before. That came out before Iron Man. No, after Iron Man. So because it was Takao, Iron Man, and that. So it was like they got a lot to talk about, man. They got Liquid Swords too. You gotta like talk about Jizza stuff, like so. It's like so much you gotta cover, bro.
I know it.
I wish they just say, all right, we'll do 5 seasons.
They might as well, bro, because that's a lot of stuff you try to cover. Like, but you try to mesh it all up into one, a few seasons. Like, people need content. Content is key. So if you keep feeding the people the merchandise, they will keep buying it. Like I look at shows like Insecure that's on their 5th season. It's last season, but they kept feeding the content. And if you followed Issa Rae before that, when she had the show on YouTube, this is kind of a continuation. And I'm kind of sad to see it go, but at the same time, it is what it is. I'm not mad, not mad, just sad, But
I mean, I got to know Lisa Ray from music videos, and then there was Diamonds from Players Club. So you know what I'm saying? How that goes.
No. Not Lisa Ray, Issa Rae.
Oh, I thought you said Lisa Ray. I'm like, damn, man. I don't know who that is. Never seen that one.
Oh, you gotta watch Insecure. It's a good one.
Yeah. This is a good one.
Real good one.
But there's too much wrestling to watch, man. It's hard to keep up with everything.
There's a lot.
Trust me, it's always gonna be a lot of everything. But listen, man, before we get out of here, definitely, man, let the people know what you got coming up, as far as upcoming shows, upcoming projects, and also some of your future goals that you want to accomplish in 2022.
For sure. Actually, no. First off, ladies and gentlemen, Suplex Shogun, Jackson Stone, tuning in to Marks with Mikes. Thank you so much for having me on. I want to give a shout out to the King Show podcast. That is my podcast with my homie Jamal King. We just got done with our 5th episode We'll be doing even more soon. It's a wrestling podcast for wrestlers. You guys check it out whenever you can. And also, you guys check out my YouTube. You be having all the suplex clips, all the promo clips, full matches, things you might have missed over time. Shogun will have it all on there. Also, hit me up on my Instagram. That's Jackson_Stone313. Also, my Twitter, Jackson_Stone31. Hit me up on Facebook. You also see me all through the Ohio region, the Indiana region, the Louisville region, Texas, New York, Canada. I'll be getting back up there soon. And also California. Shogun has a lot on his plate coming up soon. And just in January alone, I'll be over in Vegas. January 7th, shouts out to Dark Arts Wrestling. I'll be taking on guys like Nino Black and Kai Jai, very strong wrestlers over there. I'll be handling business. And then also January 29th, we'll be back at Mega Championship Wrestling. We'll be back over at Lorraine College, Community College. You'll be seeing me on Paradigm soon. You'll be seeing Shogun on OWA soon. You'll definitely be seeing Shogun over at AIW soon. And you'll be seeing Shogun popping up at OVW for sure very soon. So, and also keep that love. I am for sure the Suplex Shogun gut check winner. Suplex Shogun's here. People, please just keep supporting me. Keep giving that love. Bring lemonade to the shows. Shogun appreciates that, and bring me people to throw if you don't got lemonade to give. But again, I want to give a shout out to Marks with Mikes. I want to give a shout out to all the just everybody. If you guys can, also drop a follow to all these other wrestlers: Jamal King, Isaiah Bronner, Jocelyn Navarro, Duke Gannon of the main event, Philly Marino of PME. All the Lemmy over in Mega Championship Wrestling, Bryson Teller, Paxton Calloway. Just want to give love to all the Midwest talent and all the talent in general doing their thing. Timothy Bumpers, all of it, man. But yeah, Suplex Shogun Jack Stone is here doing his thing, and I'll be back soon. Hit me up when on the socials, y'all.
For sure. Definitely got to thank you for coming on, man. It's always a pleasure to have you in our presence. It's always nothing but love. It feel like, man.
Nothing but love, bro. Appreciate you, seriously.
It feel like we was just kicking it yesterday, and here we are having another conversation, man. So
hey, stop. Real quick, my bad. One more thing. I'm sorry. I want to give a shout out also to my sponsor, Destroy Everything. Shouts out to Destroy Everything. That's DET right here. We destroy everything together, destroy everything mindset. We got the hoodies out right here too. We'll be having more stuff out there soon. You guys follow us, Destroy Everything. Shout out to my man Venomous and New Face, all of them. Shouts out Drink Champs. And also want to give a big shout out to my other sponsor, Charged Up. We'll be getting that going. That's a fitness brand. We'll be getting that going for this year as well. But check out, be on the lookout for that Shogun Lemonade. We got 3 types. Regular, caffeinated with BCAAs, and also we got the THC spectrum coming out soon.
Listen, man.
I know which one I'm trying first.
You already know it. I got a special batch for you guys, man.
Hey, turned up. Yo, listen. As usual, man, it's a pleasure having you on. It's a pleasure being inside your presence, my brother. And I cannot wait to get the chance to kick it once again, man. Hopefully ASAP real soon.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely cannot wait to see what the future holds for for you all across these great United States and Canada. Don't forget about Mexico. Yeah, and I would love to see you. I tell you one place I would love to see Shogun at, New Japan.
Oh yeah, and also shout out to everybody that supports me out there in Japan. Genki Desuka. Hope you guys doing well out there. Suplex Shogun Jack Stone will be out there soon. We trying, man. This COVID-19 is kind of holding things back, but we're working on that.
Man, put him up against Minoru Suzuki. That would be a dope match.
Oh yeah, we working it. Appreciate that.
We're working on it, man, but most definitely, brother, thank you for coming through. And as usual, as we say, man, listen, Too much negativity can have y'all unbalanced mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Spread more positive vibes. It takes very little to build someone up than it does to tear them down. Think about the logic in that message, okay? It can be easy as paying someone a compliment, doing a nice gesture, right? Or you can go to whatamaneuver.net, go purchase the Positive Vibes Only t-shirt. You ain't got to get it for you. Get it for a gift for someone who may be going through something, you know? It's hoodie season, it's sweater season. We got tank tops, we got V-necks, we got baby onesies. We got all sizes available all the way down to medium. You know what I'm saying? So I need y'all to spread more positive vibes.
Yes,
and as usual, as we say on this show, we've been telling y'all for a whole entire year. Plus, listen, COVID-19, the Rona, whatever you want to call it, C-19, it is still here. It ain't going nowhere as of now. Okay, it's on the second remix at this point. So with that being said,
Yo, Marion.
Yeah, a Marion remix. You know what I'm saying? So
dancing all over the place.
Dancing all over.
It is everywhere. So listen, as we usually tell y'all, man, it's very essential. Okay, we need y'all to follow the guide. Listen, wash your hands, but most importantly, wash your ass. Use soap. Okay, make sure that you're doing it from face to ass and not ass to face. Okay,
and you must wear some deodorant, some body spray, some cologne, because every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps, y'all.
Every little bit helps. So for y'all at these wrestling shows, you know who you are. You know who you are. Y'all know who y'all is. Please follow those guidelines. Make sure you are fresh inside the place to be. Nobody wanna, have to worry about catching COVID and then smelling your stink ass at the same time. So with that being said, wash your hands, wash your ass, use soap. Do it from face to ass, not ass to face. And on that note, my people, we are out. We love y'all. We gonna catch y'all on the rebound. Peace. Make sure y'all follow my boy Jackson Stone everywhere. Destroy everything. You hear me? Everything. Be on the lookout for the lemonades. Look, BCA. What you say? Caffeinated.
Yep.
And you said THC. Listen, I'm gonna try all that in reverse. So I'm gonna do mine in reverse. Okay. I'm gonna try the last first.
We gonna flip it.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna flip it. But look, y'all make sure y'all definitely do that, man. We love y'all. Y'all kick in. Make sure y'all definitely subscribe, follow. Make sure y'all follow my dog everywhere. And make sure y'all definitely pay attention, man. Pay attention. We love y'all. We out here.